All right, got a 1970 King of the Hill for replay baseball on the table. I got a good game going here. It's 4-3 Yankees over the Pirates after 7. Yankees came in as the King of the Hill. Pirates trying to knock them off. Pirates had a 1-0 lead on a Robertson homer. Gene Michaels scored to tie it on an infield hit by Cater. Then Sanguillen scored on a fielder's choice by Gene Alley, and it was 2-1 Pirates. But then Hansen hit a 3-run homer for the Yankees with 2 outs and 2 on, give them a 4-2 lead. Richie Hebner came right back in the 6th, hit a home run to make it 4-3. We're in the top of the 8th. Both teams are in their bullpens. It's Jack Aker for the Yankees, trying to get to Lindy McDaniel, and Al Oliver will lead it off for the Pirates. And let's see what happens. 4-3 top 8 Yankees over the Pirates here in 1970 King of the Hill. We got a 1-3-3. 1-3 on Oliver is a 4. That's probably going to be a strikeout. 1-3 on Aker is a 2. And a 6 in column 1 is a strikeout. So Oliver is down. 1 out. That'll bring up Roberto Clemente. Clemente is 1 for 3 in this game. 1 out, nobody on. Pirates need a base runner or a long ball here. And we got a 2-5-1. 2-5 is a 16. 2-1 is a 2. 18 in column 2. I'm pretty sure that's an out. 18 in column 2 is a fly ball to center field. 2 away. So there are 2 out. Nobody on here. Aker doing the job in the top of the 8th for the Yankees. And it's going to be Willie Stargell. Obviously a big threat at the plate. Stargell is 0 for 3. Fly to center, fly to left, and a grounder to third. 2 out, nobody on. See if Willie Stargell can do something here against Aker. And we got a 6-6-2-4. Oh, but this is going to be, you see, Jack Aker, oh, he misses his, Jack Aker is an extreme ground ball pitcher, but he misses it. It's a 6-4. So 6-2 is a 10. This could be a home run. 6-4 is a 2. That's a 12. That's a 12 in column 6, so we're going to have to roll on the chart for a 12. 1 will be a single, 2 through 6 will be a home run. So Pops might tie this game up. Willie Stargell with a chance at a home run. 6-2-4, which is a 10 and a 2, so that's a 12. Let's see what happens on the D roll, and it's a 5, and that's a home run in column 12. And Willie Stargell ties this game up at 4 with 2 out and nobody on in the 8th inning. Big hit for Willie Stargell. Jack Aker is an extreme ground ball pitcher, which is why his 6-1 and 6-2 are actually ground balls. You would revert to column 4 on the hitter card. But a 6-4 was rolled, and that's a 2. And on Pop Stargell, the 6-2 is a 10. So 12 in column 6 ties it for the Pirates. And that'll bring up Robertson. Robertson homered earlier in the game. Pirates have 3. Stargell, Robertson, and Hebner there. 4, 5, and 6 hitters. They've all homered. So we have a new ball game, 4-4. And Robertson with 2 out, nobody on will bat. And we got another 6. This is a 6-4-2, though, so this is going to revert. You see a 6-2 on the pitcher's card is shortstop. So now you see here we have a 6-4-2. But with an extreme ground ball pitcher in replay baseball, this 6, we're no longer going to use the 6 column for the batter. We're actually going to change it to a 4 because we need to use the ground ball column of the 4 for the batter. So that 6-4 becomes a 4-4, and a 4-4 is a 16. And now we got to use the shortstop for the Yankees, who today is Hansen, who hit the homer. Hansen at short is a 3. So we have to add the 3 to the 16, and that's a 19 in column 4, and that should be an out. 19 in column 4 is a grounder out at first. So Robertson is out 6-3 to end the inning. That star would have been a possible steal, but he didn't get on. But the Pirates tie it at 4 on Stargell's homer. So there, that extreme ground ball helped Aker there avoid a 6-column result. But he gives up the home run to tie it. And we're going to go bottom 8 with Danny Cater leading it off against John Lamb, who's in. The starters were Luke Walker and Mel Stottlemyre. but they're both gone. Stottlemyre went 7, and Walker went 6. Cater today is 1 for 3. He had an infield hit who did drive in a run. He drove in Gene Michael in the 3rd inning to tie the game at 1 at the time. So 4-4 bottom 8. Cater facing Lamb. Lamb can still face 3 batters. He came in last inning. Aker faced 4, so he can face 3 more if he stays in the game as well. After that, they could be vulnerable to going to their B grades if they give up a base runner. So let's see what happens to Cater. We got a 1-3-3. 1-3 is a 3. That should be a strikeout, and it is a strikeout of Cater. So 1 out. And that'll bring up Hansen, who is the hero for the Yankees. Ron Hansen hit a 3-run homer in the 5th inning. But the game is now tied. Hansen is 1 for 3. And we got a 6-3-2. 6-3 is a 31, though, against a 6-2 is a 1. That's a 32, and it's, I believe, an out in column 6. A 32 is a pop-up to 3rd. And there are 2 outs. If Lamb had a K in his column 6, that would have been a strikeout instead, but he doesn't. So it's a pop out, 2 out, and that'll bring up Horace Clark, who will bat. He is 0 for 3 today. 2 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 8th. Clark against Lamb. And we got a 2-3-3. 2-3 is a 50, and 2-3 is 252 should be a ground ball. 52 in column 2. Is a ground ball to the pitcher, and that is going to be a 1-2-3 inning for John Lamb. And we're going to go to the 9th, tied at 4. That'll probably be it for Lamb. So I don't know who's coming in yet, but we'll worry about that next inning. Aker is probably, well, let's see. Should we go to McDaniel? Probably. Yankee tie game. There will be no save here in the 9th, so we're going to go to Lindy McDaniel, who can pitch multiple innings. McDaniel's going to try and get him to the bottom of the 9th, tied. So Aker goes 1. McDaniel's coming in. He is an R5. I do R5 plus 2, which is one of the options on endurance, so he can face 7 batters. And Richie Hebner will bat here in the top of the 9th inning. He has homered. He homered in the 6th. Tie game. And we got a 5-4-5. 5-4 is a 45, sorry. And 5-5 is a 1. So that's a 46 in column 5. And a 46 in column 5 is a fly out to center field with the bases empty. So 1 out. Nobody on. And that'll bring up Manny Sanguillen. Sanguillen is 1 for 3 and he scored a run. Sanguillen against McDowell here in the top of the 9th, and it's a 1-6-6. 1-6 is a 45, and that's a 2 is a 47 in column 1. And a 47 in column 1 is a strikeout with the bases empty. So 2 out, nobody on. And that'll bring up Matty Alou. Lefty will bat. Hit 297. Matty Alou up, 2 out, nobody on. Of course, this is what happened last inning, and then Stargell will hit the home run. So let's see what happens here. Alou not a home run hitter. And we got a 6-1-6. So a 6-1 is a 16. That's going to be a fly out. And a 6-6 is a 4. That's a 20 in column 6, and that's just a deep fly ball to right field. And that ends the inning. So McDaniel does the job, and the Yankees have a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 9th. It will be Ellis leading it off. Horace Clark batted last inning. Hold on a second, I got to fix the Yankees order. It's going to be Ellis and Woods and Michael against who is the question. Is Lamb going to come back out? No, he is not. We're going to go with Mudcat Grant. He is their save guy, but he's a guy who could pitch multiple innings. And we're going to go with Mudcat Grant here. Mudcat's going to come in for Lamb. He is an R5, so he can face 7. We +2 is an R7. So it's going to be Mudcat Grant, who had a 1.86 ERA in 1970, 24 saves, 8 and 3. And John Ellis, the DH, what did he hit? He hit 240. I think the Yankees are going to go to one of their lefties on the bench. They've got a couple of good ones. They got Jake Gibbs, and they have Jim Little. Let's just take a look at the whole top of the order here. We got Ellis, we got Woods, and we got Stick Michael. Woods might bat. He did have 8 homers, but we might pinch hit for Stick. Ellis is DHing. So let's go with Jake Gibbs for Ellis. Jake Gibbs is going to bat for John Ellis here to start the bottom of the 9th. Got to write him in. Gibbs pinch hitting against Mudcat Grant. Bottom 9, game tied at 4. And we go 3-4-1. 3-4 is a 30. 3-1 is 1. That's a 31 in column 3. I think is a line out. 31 in column 3 is a line out to left. So Gibbs hits it hard, but right at him, right at Stargell. 1 out. Going to let Ron Woods hit. Ron Woods is going to hit for himself. And we got a 5-5-1. 5-5 is a 20. That's going to be good for the Yankees, I believe. 5-5 is a 20, although there is a raised number, so that could come into play. Let's see. 5-5 is a 20, and a 1 is a 21 in column 5. The raised numbers are only for the low walks, not higher walks. So a 21 in column 5 is a base on balls. That's going to stick. So Woods is on with a walk, and there's going to be an action chart result. The raised number in Grant's column is for walk results that are in 6, 7, 8, and 9, but not in 20. So let's do the action chart result, because it's automatic on a 21, column M of the action chart. So we got to roll in column M, see if there's any wild pitch or pass ball or anything like that. We get a 5. 5 in column M is a wild pitch chance. So we have to compare the blue die to Mud Grant's wild pitch rating, which is a 5, and I rolled a 5, so that's no wild pitch. It has to be higher for their wild pitch. So the blue 5, which I rolled already, is the same as Mudcat Grant's. It had to be a 6 to be a wild pitch. So Woods will stay at first, and now Jim Little is going to pinch hit for Gene Michael. So let's write in Little. And I'm going to have to figure out fielding if this game goes extras. Little is going to pinch hit. Runner on first, 1 out. And let me just check one thing on Woods. That 20 didn't have any base running attached, right? No, it did not. Okay. So runner on first, 1 out for Jim Little, pinch hitting against Mudcat Grant. Yankees looking to walk it off. We had a 6-5-2. 6-5 is a 36, though, so he got the right column but the wrong result. 6-5 is a 36, and 1 is a 37 in column 6. And a 37 in column 6 is a strikeout. Runners hold. So Little pinch hits but strikes out. There's 2 out with Woods on at first, and it's Thurman. Thurman led off in this game. He walked, singled, fouled out, and lined out. So he's 1 for 3 with a walk. Runner on first, 2 out. Thurman trying to get a clutch hit here. He was known for being clutch. Trying to get a clutch hit against Mudcat Grant to keep this game from going to extras. And 3-3-1. Oh, and we got a shaded 3. So 3-3 is a shaded 5. A shaded column 3 result against a 1. So that means we have to roll on the ballpark card. It's Yankee Stadium. We need a new column 3 number. So we got to roll a red and white again. And we're going to get a new column 3 number. And we get a 31. 31 is a 2. So that 5 becomes a 2. And he's going to be out because this changes to a 2. And it's a 3 in column 3. which is simply a dribbler to the catcher. And we'll just call it a 2-3 for the third out. And this game is going to go to extra innings. Pirates and Yankees 4-4. Stargell ties it. And this game goes on.